you've ever been a lady to begin with.
Hello and welcome back to Horror Nights History. I'm running out of creative ways to start these videos, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Since today is St. Patrick's Day, I figured that now is the perfect time to talk about luck. Lady Luck, to be specific. Originally debuting at the 2011 21st anniversary of the event, Lady Luck is one of the most interesting concepts and ideas that I've ever seen for one of the icons. She isn't as fully fleshed out as characters like Jack the Clown or the director, but she definitely has a lot of really cool history and lore behind her character. And since I'm posting this on St. Patrick's Day, it seemed like a great time to talk about her. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Lady Luck is a shape-shifting succubus who has existed for thousands of years. For the uninformed, the succubus is a shape-shifting female demon who appears in the dreams of men, seduces, and then kills them. Whenever someone gambles with Lady Luck and loses, she often causes death and destruction to follow. Just 1 year before the official closing of the Shady Brook Rest Home and Sanatorium, a prisoner by the name of Floyd Mercer decided to take a gamble with Lady Luck. And, surprisingly, he survived. He is the only known person to gamble with her and manage to live to tell the tale. Well, not for very long, at least. Floyd was found in his cell after he had hung himself, a notebook filled with rambles about luck nearby. Even though he had lived, Lady Luck sought to rectify that. On top of hunting down her victims if they somehow managed to live, she had a few other ways of torturing them as well. The most well-known one being her giant roulette wheel. Here, she would strap her victims to the wheel and let them take a gamble on their own life.
Red, you win. Black, you lose.
Be careful what you wager when you play with Lady Luck.
Lady Luck has appeared at a very small number of events. Her debut year, 2011, was the 21st anniversary of the event. For the uninformed or unaware, the number 21 is often believed to be a lucky number if you're playing the game blackjack. It's believed in a lot of gambling circles that 21 is a lucky number because it's the target in blackjack. Hitting 21 means an instant win against the house, which means a shit ton of money for you. And for more context, blackjack is a card game where the main goal is to beat the dealer by getting a card count as close to 21 as possible. The catch is that you want to get as close to 21 as possible without actually going over. So if you hit the target of 21, you instantly win. While Lady Luck did not get an official house in 2011, she did play a pretty massive role in quite literally every other house. In Winter's Night, The Haunting of Hawthorne Cemetery, Lady Luck takes the form of an old spinstress. Here, she offers the main character, Jonathan Hawthorne, a choice between two plots of land to build him and his wife's future home. The lot that he chooses eventually becomes Hawthorne Cemetery. In Nightingale's Blood Prey, she takes the form of a World War I enlistment poster hanging on the wall, with a second one that encourages citizens to sign the American pledge to save food. Edmund Clark, the main character of the house, chooses to listen to the poster of Lady Luck, which leads him to enlist in the military. This then leads to him being surrounded by enemy soldiers and carnivorous banshees disguised as nurses who feast on the dying and mortally wounded soldiers around them. In The Thing, a research assistant and helicopter pilot named Juliet is flying towards the Norwegian base where the movie takes place. The air traffic controller, who is Lady Luck, gives her the option of stopping to a nearby town to refuel since she is running low, which would mean that she would miss all of the insane bullshit that happens on the base, or heading directly there. Do you see the pattern here? She takes the form of the deciding choice in these houses. Enlist in the army or save food, refuel or head directly towards the base. She is giving every single person a choice, and they all end up choosing wrong. At the same event, she did also appear in the scare zone Your Luck Has Run Out in both her seductress and monstrous form. In 2012, she was revealed to be part of the Legion of Strangowitz, the same Legion of Fear that the director is a part of. For more information on that, you can watch my Horror Nights History, the director video. She wasn't fully seen again until 2015 in the Icon's HHN Scare Zone. On top of her appearing in the seductress and monstrous forms again, the Seven Deadly Sins and her spade minions would also appear alongside her. She did not have any appearances in any of the houses that year. 2021 gave Lady Luck another chance in the spotlight. She was featured in the HHN Icon's Captured House. Upon entering her room, guests would see poker chips, coins, and dollar bills scattered around. In the center of the room was Lady Luck's roulette wheel, and a victim was already attached to it. Here, Lady Luck in her monster form and her spade minions would lunge towards guests and scare them. Unfortunately, 2021 is the last time she's been seen at the event, since that was the last anniversary year. But 2026 is the 35th anniversary of the event, so maybe we'll finally see the icons again this year. One can only hope, right? And unfortunately, again, that is all of the information about Lady Luck currently out there. I'm sorry for this being such a short video this time, but once we get past the big icons like the director, Jack, and the caretaker, these videos will probably end up being on the shorter side. I have considered trying to do multiple icons in one video, so if that's something that you would be interested in, don't be afraid to let me know in the comments. Think like the Usher and the Terra Queen, Bloody Mary and Boris Schuster, etc. Once again, I'm sorry for how short this video is. I currently make absolutely no money from YouTube. I'm literally just doing this for the love of the game. And I also work like an actual job outside of this. So with work getting a little crazy because working retail is literally hell on earth, and some exciting stuff coming up in my personal life this month, YouTube has gone on the back burner for March. I've been trying to get in the habit of posting 2 videos a month, but sometimes life happens, and I'm not going to force myself to try to push out 2 videos this month when I literally don't have the time. Like I said, this will be my only video this month, but hopefully in April I will get back to posting 2 videos. If you're interested in more niche Halloween Horror Nights lore, this is the 5th video in my Horror Nights history series. I've covered Jack the Clown, Chance the Clown, the director, and Eddie Schmidt so far, so if you want to learn more about them, that playlist will be linked on the end card. If you want to catch up with me outside of YouTube, all of my social media can be found through my website, which will be linked in the description, alongside all of the sources and credits for this video. Anyways, I've been really obsessed with the band Ghost recently. I saw them live for the second time a few weeks ago, so my brain has been consumed entirely by them. If you couldn't tell by the Ghost shirt, the Ghost plushie, the Ghost poster, and the other Ghost poster. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that this one's been up there though. Here's the plushie, by the way. Oh, he's awful. Why does it like to focus on him? He'll go back in his spot. Anyways, I'm gonna go listen to Meliora on repeat until my hearing starts to go even more than it already has. Great album, by the way. Highly suggest giving it a listen. Bye!